tell me when we're live. Yay, we did it. Oh my gosh. Hello, YouTube. Can you see us? Welcome back to another Aggressively Average Live. Aggressively Average Technology. Trying to mess with my evening. I'm all excited to talk about a whole bunch of gear tonight, and the internet decided just to take a big old dump ski on us. Actually, StreamYard did. You know what, StreamYard? What the heck, man? What the heck, bro? What's going on there? Paul, are we going to send a strongly worded email after this live, do you
That was
think?
my plan. I was going to let them know that they caused us mental anguish, and then
All caps.
we'll never hear back, and everything will continue on as it has been.
Except we'll be paying more per month.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
they'll upcharge us like you do.
Great. Can't wait for that. What's up, nerds? Welcome back to another Aggressively Average Anglers Live. Tonight we are wrapping up the year. You know, the next two holidays, you guys, I'm so sorry about this, are on Wednesdays of all days of the week. Of all the days, of all the weeks, the holidays had to be on Wednesdays. So unfortunately, like, we're not going to be here. We're going to be with our families. Well,
I love
fortunately,
you,
unfortunately.
but not that much.
Love you guys. Love my family. Got to be with them. So sorry for that. Next two Wednesdays, we will be off. Actually, the next three, I will be off. But Paul, I think you're planning on having a guest that first week of January.
We've got a guest. We got the owner of Cashin Rods.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm pissed I'm going to miss that. But I will be in California. So also, heck you.
We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a good show.
So you were in California and I was doing lives just a little while back. So this is my sweet revenge, people. All right. So tonight, like I mentioned, year in review, we're going to be going over not all, I'm sure this won't be a fully exhaustive list, but it's as far as like my brain could remember and Paul's brain
pretty
could
good.
remember.
I went through it. It was pretty solid list. And I only added like 3 things.
Was like,
it was pretty dang good. Not gonna lie.
What I use. Thank you for that. So we got all sorts of gear, accessories, including kayak accessories and tackle accessories and tackle storage. Anything that was like new or different that we either did or used this year, especially leaning towards new products. New to us, some of these are going to be, but some of them were new. And we just want to give you, we don't have time to do the full 5-point review with this, but just give you like a, hey, thumbs up, this was great. Maybe it was kind of mid, kind of meh. I don't know. You take it or leave it. Or
Fine.
It was horrible. Do not buy, which I don't think there was many of. Paul and I talk about this sometimes. Like, we generally have a good sense of like what's gonna work and not work for us. We have had very few purchases go catastrophically wrong on us, right, Paul? We're pretty
very
good.
few.
Yeah. So we do a little research ahead of time too before we grab stuff. So there's probably not, if any, there might be 2 bad things on this list.
I can think of one straight off.
3 actually. I can think of 3. So you'll hear.
I got another one. Yeah.
You already know. Like, we're probably thinking the same things.
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the show here. Just so you guys know, members only. We'll be back January 14th. We got 101 of y'all right now. So first of all, a huge shout out to our members. We appreciate you. Having over 100 members, 3 digits, it's kind of insane. So thank you so much for helping us out, supporting the show. And we want to give back to you. So we got some giveaways that we'll do on that live. Tuesday, January 14th, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Let's get into it, Paul.
Cue the D. Christmas related. When you do the gifts, I've noticed that there are 2 themes. There's only 2 routes that people take for the most part. You sit down. It's sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night, sometimes Christmas Eve night. And or both. Yeah, whatever. But you sit down with your chosen group of family and or friends, and there's really only 2 routes you take when you open presents. You're either mad scramble, just like I always think of Home Alone, where they're just like everyone's just opening presents all at one time. No rhyme or reason. There's no acknowledgement. You just hear Buzz go, "Wow, this is neat." And then he goes, Kevin gets yelled at.
Show of emotion.
Yeah. But then he's just like, "Everybody dig in, let's go." And then like everybody just starts like shredding paper. So there's that scenario. And then
that scene bothers me to no end because he goes, "Kevin, you open the first one." He throws the present 4 miles. Kevin catches it. Thank
quite
goodness.
Accurate. Right to the gut.
Could have fallen down a huge flight of stairs. Gets said present. And then goes to open it, and he's like, "Whatever, let's all open our presents."
Yeah, he's like,
you didn't even let the kid have
the rest of us. Have a nice day. So there's that scenario, but then the other route is the exact opposite. It's a painfully slow, methodical process whereby which each person turn by turn opens their gift, acknowledges the giver, and then you proceed. I would like to know which if you could king for a day, right? You actually are in charge of something in your house. Which one would
What?
no? Which one would you pick if you had your druthers?
I vote for a third option.
Oh,
It's a split, and it
hmm,
goes, I
oh,
want to let my kids kind of open and like see what they get. And mostly so anybody who got them a gift be like, yeah, that was for me, you know, and then they go,
yeah,
thank you. And I teach them manners and stuff.
yeah,
So I kind of vote for youngest to oldest kids. Adults do whatever you want. I literally don't care. Like I'm not gonna the worst part about youngest to oldest or take turns is when
yeah.
like you've got adults, full grown adults. I'm like, grandma, open the gift. Let's move on. My daughter's over here antsy to open up her next present, and you're over here just like peeling back the corners.
Yeah.
We don't have time for this.
I would
Right.
go generally unstructured. If you want to just like take your time, you want to
Sure.
be the
If you want
last
to just
one, you
watch
want
your
to
kids open theirs,
revel,
and
go for it.
yeah, yeah.
I honestly hate gift getting for the most part on the day. I want to probably open my gifts in private. That would be nice for me. I want to watch my kids open gifts though. It's fun. That's a
That's
great
what I'm
time.
saying. I
And then I
want
want to play
them
with
to
all their
take
toys.
turns. Yeah, like I hate to do this to kids, but I want to do this to kids. I want you to take turns so I can see your
You
faces and
better friggin'
see.
smile.
I
I
just
want to see them. I'm fine with them just ravaging the presents as long as
sure.
after the fact they're like, "Thank you, mother, for the sweatshirt," and then they move on. Like we got to get some some kind of recognition. But I like general
What's
unstructured. That's fine for me.
that? What the hell?
Is
All
that
right.
not how you thank your family?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
that's weird. That's weird.
Seems mildly racist.
Cue the D. How do you thank your family? Well, I go old
Not like that.
Japanese tradition, bend from the waist, and say thank you.
We're never gonna get a JDM partner now because of you.
Oh,
Like
that's the reason.
Mega Bass was banging on our door, and now they're
They were
gone.
literally
Thanks a
about to
lot.
knock, and they're like, "Whoa,
Ito's
oh,
like, nope, nope,
wait a
nope,
minute,
nope.
Emoka, get the heck out of here."
Get the heck, get bent, losers. All right. So I gosh. Chat, if you could see through what just happened, just let us know what you think. Take turns, yes, youngest to oldest, or go crazy, go nuts. And I'll add this bonus question.
Hmm.
So are you black trash bag dad? Like, are you
Oh yeah,
holding that black trash bag
I'm
and
like,
you're just
throw
like,
the trash in here.
throw me the wrappers, and you're like
When
catching
they
them, you're
when
like
they don't
across
throw
the
me the
room,
trash, I'm upset. I'm like,
pissed.
I
I'm
have a
upset.
job. I had one job.
Yeah. You
Take well,
ruined
two
it.
jobs. Take a picture. Second job, make sure that this is at
Yeah.
least tidy.
Do better.
It's
Do
a
better.
problem. I
Oh my
recognize as an
gosh.
issue. Are you trash bag dad? I definitely am.
Heck yes. I want to keep track of all that.
Okay, good.
Mostly because the kids, especially like my girls, they like those mini brand things. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
how many of those
Jesus.
presents that were opened 5 seconds ago are in the trash? Like, so I'm meticulous. As my OCD kicks in, and I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
dude.
I will check all the
Yep.
wrappings.
Yep. All
Yeah.
the trappings. Yeah, gotta sift through.
All the trappings.
I'm
Gotta check
basically
everything.
I'm like a safety magnet. I gotta make sure.
Yes. And it's always a black trash bag. You got the yard trash, right?
Yeah,
Like
no
it's
one's got an orange bag. No
you
one's got a
gotta
white
have the
bag.
big.
Do they
What do
even sell
you
white
get a
bags
lot?
anymore?
15 like 10-gallon kitchen trash
I
bags,
can see
like
them right
yeah,
over there.
just piling them up. Oh gosh. All right. Well, that's gonna be fun. Can you guys believe Christmas is next friggin' week?
No,
That's
it was
what is
April yesterday.
time? What is time? I just put the kayak away and it's December 18th or whatever. This
I think I
is
just put down my
stupid.
glass from New Year's last year.
You made it just in time.
Hey, whoa.
Love
Yeah,
it. All right.
insanity.
Anyways, let's get into the show, you guys. This is gonna be a fun one. There's a lot of gear, so we're just gonna like, hey, quick thoughts, you, me, good or bad? Good, meh, or bad? What's our rating
Yes.
system now? What do you want to do? 3? Good, meh, bad? Mid?
Yeah, I'd say like good, fine, terrible.
Eh, fine. Good, fine, terrible. That's
Yeah.
the rating system tonight. Now you guys know. All right. So let's start off the top. We actually had like I wanted to go accessories, but like we have kayak accessories
Mhm.
and general gear. And some of this stuff is like kayak specific. Some of the stuff you could use on other things. But I figure we start here, especially since we had this gigantic order that we did with YakAttack. And we did it like mid-year too. It was like right after ICAST. So we got a good couple of months just beating the tar out of YakAttack stuff that we had not used before. Some of it new this year. Some of it
the tar
new
just
to
leaked
us.
out of it instantly.
The what?
Some of it, the tar just leaked out instantly. Didn't have to beat it at all.
Oh, it beat the tar out of itself. Tar
like, oh, tar?
depleted. I don't need that.
Out.
I was so
I don't want to
lost.
get beat. Just break.
It breaks when you look at it. You're like, I don't like
just
you.
A little pile of poopy tar just at the bottom of your truck. Like, oh, that was fast.
You're like, leaderboard, get that tar out of here.
Hey.
What? Spoiler.
Hey.
All right.
Hey,
so let's get into
it.
We talked about a whole bunch of YakAttack stuff. So let's start off the top. Black pack with the short stack, right? So we both did I get mine this year? Like you got yours last year, tail end of the year. I got mine this year. Went for the 16 by 16. And then I got the short stack first, which I think you're going to get one at some point for your 13 by 16. But what do you think of the black pack?
I think good. The price of the short stack itself is good. The combo is very expensive. It's very heavy. And then the top lid is designed well.
Yep.
But as always, unless you have something heavy in the bottom, it can tip over. But overall, I'd say good.
I'd say it's been good. I was really happy with the short stack, actually. I use the heck out of the short stack.
It's amazing.
It is awesome. So I do definitely like that. And then you and I found out New Canoe has a short stack with a regular bottom. You could just buy the whole, I think it's $100, but like you get a little mini black pack. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know.
I love that.
Put batteries and stuff in that under the seat.
It's a good idea. Is it really needed? No, not really. Is it nice? Yes. Is it overpriced? 25%? Yeah, probably. If you don't care about money, do it. It's cool.
I think it's good, and I totally get the argument for just using milk crate. So appreciate both
1000%.
sides. Both ends of the spectrum are correct. All right. Next up, we tested out the track packs. I would say same thing on the price with this one. Overpriced. In fact, the only way to buy this is the 2-pack. You get a full kit, actually. And I think that the 2-pack without the kit stuff I'll talk about in a second is like $50, and you get the kit, it's like $70. And by the kit, I mean there's like this top handle that snaps on. You get 2 track packs. This, by the way, is the like short storage that is track mountable from
all mine are outside.
I don't have any on me. I could screen share, but I don't like doing it on Discord. I like that on StreamYard instead. So our bad tonight, you guys. We'll call them out though, so that you can quickly Google search if it's something you're interested in. So this is the small like extra bait storage that you can throw on in a box that attaches to your track. They're pretty neat. Again, pretty expensive. But I would say overall, they were a pleasure to use this year.
Very handy.
I really liked them. I wish they were a little bit cheaper, or there was like maybe a cheaper option out there that we could refer people to, like a good budget value kind of deal. But I haven't seen anything like this.
They're expensive, but I think like per dollar, what you like, the value driven by them is very high, and there's really nothing else like it. So very good idea. Is it overpriced? Like slightly, but not terribly. And I think if you get a 2-pack, I think you walk away at the end of the season very happy. So I say good. I do think that they are a benefit, especially on like a New Canoe style kayak. Like, oh my gosh, such a benefit.
It's huge.
Yeah, and there's like general tools and stuff. Like, it's very convenient. I really like it. So I would say good.
Yeah, I would say good overall. There's actually some lure trays that you can get inside that are pretty cool. They're stackable. You can leave like one in there and 30 plastics. It could be like an all-in-one kind of mini storage system.
Bait graveyard. That's what I would have named it.
I love the bait graveyard separators because then your treble baits don't get all hooked up. So I think those are legit.
Z-Man, you can keep them separate.
Look, if you're getting a track pack, just get the inserts. I think they're worth it.
I'd get one set of inserts, but I would keep one open. I really like mine for pliers, extra
one
line.
Open and one bait.
Yeah, I think one open, one trays is the way to go. And I would get 2 of the mounts so you can mount them separately. I do not like them stacked. I do not like that, Sam. I am. I like mine separately. Yes, I do.
Just Fishing just mentioned like I've not been happy with them because I can potentially knock them into the water. Totally get this. Paul knocked one into his boat, and I actually threw, I think, just going on a trip. Something was sitting on top of the track pack mount. Actually, it was your kayak was sitting on top of my kayak, and my track pack mount got warped a little bit.
Yeah.
So I would say like one, make sure that they're not warped, kind of work them back in, if you will. Maybe heat it up and fix the plastic there a little bit.
Yeah, that I was
But
gonna
I
mention.
agree,
Yeah.
there can be problems. So
Yeah,
maybe it's more of a man. Like I love the
No,
idea.
it's still good.
I
It's
still
still
say get.
better. It's better than anything else. There's nothing else like it.
It's like a 7.5 out of 10.
Yes.
They could be better
I
because
think
they
it's still good.
also can open on their own.
That's the thing that I don't like is I
Yeah.
don't like the hinge. I wish the hinge wasn't a flat molded little tab.
Yep.
I wish it was like even just a much harder click to close and open. I think that
Yep.
would be a huge if you just fix that, I would be much happier with that.
It's my least favorite kind of latch.
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
close. Like that's probably the
Yeah.
only big gripe I have with those. But I think overall good.
Yeah, and I think if you can find them on sale or the 2-pack on sale or something,
Sure.
no-brainer.
Yeah.
No-brainer. I think it's Could it be better? Absolutely, it could be better, and I hope that they do it one day. So there you go. I saw a couple questions here in chat. I want to jump up to I think Christopher Gala. Need help, guys. Father-in-law bought me an 8-inch Berkeley cull shed. Don't know how to rig it. Line and rod specifically, bro. It's a big old beast of a swim bait. Watch the swim bait channel. We are not exactly the experts here. What I can say is it's a slightly heavier bait. It's something I'm throwing on my medium heavy swim bait setup right now, which is like a 1 to 3 ounce capacity rod. It's the Cashin we actually just got, the Icon, but any heavier stick that you can get your hands on. Don't buy a rod and reel for the 8-inch cull shed unless you really want to get into swim baits.
Let me just read you the stats on the one Jeff's talking about. So
Yep.
the one we've got is a 7-foot, 8-inch mod fast, medium heavy, 12 to 50 pound line. I mean, I'm probably gonna have, I don't know, 30 to 50 pound braid, and then a mono leader. This one takes half ounce to 3 ounce. That is the perfect rod for what you're talking about.
Yep. That's the Cashin? It was a 1/2 to 3? Yep. That's even better. I forgot about that. We have the same one. Yep. That rod is I cannot
this
wait
rod
for that,
I'm
you
very
guys.
hyped to fish. This is the rod I'm most excited about using from Cashin.
We're gonna use swim baits a lot next year, you guys.
It's kind of like I've bought in. I'm only going to carry heavy rods. I'm not, and maybe one medium heavy, and that's it. I'm not screwing around with anything else.
100%. I'm frogging or I'm gliding, baby. All right. DeBurley AAA hype man, member for 45 freaking months, dude. Snorlax crew. Holy cow, that's insane. We appreciate you, brother. Says got my schmivvy and even more awesome in person. Thanks for all the generosity. Def using the this weekend because you fish all year, you son of a gun.
Hate you for it.
60s on Christmas Eve and day, 60 degrees. You turd. Not upset about it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Keep on rocking the free world. We appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. I shipped out, by the way, from last week's giveaways is what he's either referring to that or the members only that
you got the box.
He got the box. So yeah, so Paul, you shipped yours out. Mine went out today. So anybody who won giveaways last week on the live, where we raised, by the way, call back $1,700 for autism anglers, which was awesome. Thanks to you guys. We appreciate you so much. All those giveaways are shipped at this point. Mine went out today. So if I said, hey, you're getting a prize from me on that live, you guys know who you are. You are. It's unlikely to get there before Christmas. I apologize, but maybe there's a Christmas miracle on the way. You can just throw it under your tree, open it Christmas morning.
Look at Jeff wishing.
You know what? Sometimes you gotta wish, all right? Scott Vermonter, Merry Christmas, Jeff and Paul. Merry Christmas to you, Scott Vermonter, and thanks for being a member with us for 32 months. We really appreciate you, brother.
Got your address memorized.
Because we are all Scott Vermonter. All right. So let's dive back in. We were talking. We went track packs. Moving on. So we got the phone mount, which I'll just say this. I didn't get a chance to use it as much as I wanted to do like a full test. I do think that it's a really good idea. It's not the first one to ever exist. There's in fact a RAM mount that Paul is using for his bike that I
hate
had.
It. Oh, you mean the quad lock?
Yeah, the quad lock. What do you mean you hate it?
The quad lock I like. I thought you meant the RAM mount.
Oh, the ram mount's terrible. So the ram mount is the X-wing fighter one. It's like an X shape. If you ever see
Hate that one.
for the price too, it's insanely expensive. It's not great. And then there's the quad lock, which we think is sick. You just switch to using a quad lock phone case, and you snap that sucker. Look at that; it's a great case too. And you just snap that sucker in there. I had one of these sent to me back in the day, like 2-3 years ago. Used it on my kayak a few times. It's cool. I just never find myself like using that. Yeah, it's sturdy. It's going to be the most locked in.
I have one on my bicycle.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're insane. They have a charging one. So
that's this one.
Yep. And then Paul actually bought this one. So we've had one sent to us, and then Paul bought one. They are cool. That's something
One case is super nice.
I could see using it in the Yak a bit more. But I'm going to stick to the YakAttack until I can say I can do like a full review. I do like that it rotates. I think it's cool. Pretty reasonable. Lots of options in terms of setup. And if you already have some of your accessories, then you could just get like the top piece, and it's a lot cheaper for you. So that's kind of cool. That said, if you're not filming content, I'm like, don't get this.
It's
like,
a lot.
It is a lot. Just you can have your phone up there, but you want to be in touch with nature. It's really like a content person's game is what it is.
Well, hold on though. If you
film,
use a mobile sonar, it's really nice. Because you could have your
and you can
power
turn it sideways. Yep.
Turn it sideways. You have power plugged right into it, and there's a tether attached to it, so you're not gonna be worried about your phone falling off. Yeah. So there are some nice things about it. Also, if you use your phone for maps or if you call people and stuff like that while you're on the water a lot, I could definitely see it. And it's very fast and convenient. Clicks in, clicks out, really slick. So, if you're a phone person, yeah, it's for you. If you're not a phone person, it's not worth it.
If you're doing content, if you're doing portable or castable sonars, if you are using it for maps or GPS or like lake stuff, I say good. And if you're not using it for any of those things, I say mid. Like, I'm not sure I would buy that thing, right? Digworks says, Merry Christmas, folks. Merry Christmas, Digworks. We appreciate you. And Chris Shue gifted 5 AAA memberships. Ew. Let's go. 5 more members. All right. For the 5 new members, I'll give you a quick shout out. And remember, January 14th, be here. Tuesday, January 14th, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. We do a members only live. All right. So we got Nick Sheely, Project Adventure 365, Jeffrey Huff, Alexander Lagrasta, and did I missed one? Eric B as well. Welcome aboard. Thanks to Chris Shue. We appreciate you guys, and look forward to seeing you on our members only
Chris
live.
Shue is a legend.
Oh, for sure. Do you like that the only name I messed up was Jeffrey? Friggin' name. It's like stuttered.
You're like,
Jeffrey.
Here's the bait. My name is Hefe. Wait, how did I mess that up?
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeef. What the? Hey, that's Jeef. Wrong.
What the heck? All right. Anyways, we appreciate you guys. Welcome aboard. All right. Back to it. So we do the foam. The Bunkster wheels. Let's go to YakAttack Bunkster wheels.
10. Very expensive. Extremely heavy duty.
10 out of 10. Very expensive.
They're very expensive though.
Next.
But they're phenomenal. They work super well. Can't recommend them enough. They're head and shoulders above any other wheels that you can buy, unless they're wheels that are attached to your kayak. But even then, they might be better. They're very, very good.
In some cases, better for sure. I like the large diameter on them.
Multi-kayak people saves you $300.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to move the kayak around, I think they're solid for either of my kayaks. So I've used it on the Titan X, which is a 175-pound kayak full. I can load that up. I can load up the new Canoe. Super easy to use it on. Probably best wheels I've used. Yes, they are a bit pricier, so I will admit to that being potentially a fault for them. But I think that they're a good look, good purchase. Welcome aboard, Wade Life with the Burley Bunch Elite. Cheers to you. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend. And January 14th, members only live. I'm going to say this a lot tonight.
It's going to be super fun.
Yeah, it will be. Because we'll be back. It's the new year. It's 2025. It's going to be crazy.
We'll have a lot of built up angst, anxiety, rage. It'll be great.
We'll be done with the holidays. We'll be trying to recover from them.
You're going psycho from like trying to be at work for a week. What are we doing?
It's gonna be awesome, you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So then we got I threw some extra YakAttack. Let's speed through these. So YakAttack vertical tie down. I think it's a clutch utensil. This is like it's got a little slit.
I think everybody needs it.
Yeah, and then you can I used it to strap down my batteries for the last 3 months of the year.
You can route cable with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one. Routing cables.
all sorts of stuff with those. I think they're solid. The what? What just
Rob
happened?
Harrison
Oh,
just
yo,
gifted 5 AAA memberships. What the
y'all.
frick, dude?
We're not talking about any products anymore tonight. We're talking about you guys.
We're just talking about members.
Rob Harrison, good member. Chris Yu, good member.
The best legends in their own
Welcome
right.
aboard. So we got Mike M. Oh, this is a good one. CS68117P. Welcome aboard. Tim Workman and Ben Bolaro and Rougarou. Welcome
I think it's
aboard.
Rougarou. That's what
Yeah,
I think it's got to be Rougarou.
Rougarou. I mean,
he's got to tell us who's got it right. Is it Rougarou or Rougarou? Who's got
Rouge?
it? Jeff or me?
There's no E in there. I don't know.
Jeff or I? I or Jeff?
Sorry if I messed it up. say Paul or Jeff. But welcome aboard. January 14th, members only live. All right, we got it. Let's go to the next one. The YakAttack Roto Grips, the dual Roto Grips, and then the Roto Grip leaderboard holder. One at a time.
Roto Grips.
Awesome. Love them.
I don't know about good.
That top tier was good for us tonight.
It's top tier.
Good. I think they're a worthwhile purchase.
And they're not expensive.
Dual Roto Grip.
Also good.
Also good, right? I think it has uses. If you don't have a taco clip for your paddle, great option.
It's the best one right now. There's a better option somewhere. That's not it, but it's the best right now.
We also tested the Amazon one, and it was
dog doo-doo.
It was so bad.
It is dirt that a dog makes, and it mixes with its own poo. It sucks.
It was not good.
Don't buy the Amazon version of this, you guys. There's a couple things you can kind of get away with, but just don't do it. Spend the extra $5 every time. Look, I've tested 3 different Amazon versions of the simplest ones. They're all trash. And I just wanted to see because, like, I just see someone copying, like, what are we doing here? They're garbage.
Ooh, Wade Life, we're your first ever YouTube channel subscription.
We'll make it worth your time. Come to the members only. It'll be worth it, I promise you. And if you want to get a schmiv, like I got this box right here. Nobody claimed it on the last one. There's like a hat. There's a 9-inch coal shed right in here, waiting for somebody. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. And it's just I still don't have the address, so it's just waiting. But you can only get stuff like this on the members only. So I'm just waiting to send it out. That's it.
It's going out on members only. There we go. All right, so Roto Grip, dual Roto Grip, great. Leaderboard Roto Grip.
I like that. It's a good idea.
If you're using the leaderboard, must have.
I think so.
I used to use the Roto Grip for my catch board over the side. Big liability. Big metal board.
Wow, you got a little string attached there.
Easy bump gone. The leaderboard Roto Grip mount is insane. It does not move. Like, you're gonna break the leaderboard before you do that. Speaking of leaderboard, what do you think?
Fragile.
It was more fragile than we thought.
Keep this side up.
Yeah, and don't put it below things in your truck as you drive.
It's just the external pieces. There's a lot of like satellite pieces that can break on that are just sort of like just waiting to break. Itself, I think the design is really good, and it looks good. And it's light and it floats. It's not that expensive. Well, it's moderate expensive.
60.
So
it's in the middle.
But I think that's still moderate compared to like buying a catchboard and stuff. Yeah. So I think overall good, but don't expect like all the tags and stuff to survive. There's some stuff's gonna break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the board was good though. I could see a lot of value in it. I did not like the satellite pieces at all. I broke mine by leaving it in the truck, and a
shirt was on top of it.
Something fell on it, and I just heard it snap driving to the spot. So I was like, "Oh, cool."
And to be honest,
I
mean, that was the first day we were going to use it.
It was. I instantly broke it, and I only used it to measure a 6-inch smallmouth on that trip. Remember that? That was with
I remember
Ethan.
Yeah, well.
I was like, well, I got to use the leaderboard.
Exactly. That's what I was. And then we made a video out of it. It was funny.
Yeah, we weren't catching jack crap.
No,
all right.
We did not.
I ain't found squat. All right, let's go to, I think we're done with YakAttack. Oh, the Mighty Mount switch plates for the inflatables. This allows you. Yeah, this allows you to mount all your accessories to an inflatable.
Very well done.
Those things clutch.
They rock.
They were awesome. So if you ever want to do that,
it's a must. That's a must-have.
Like having track packs on the Isle, for example, the Isle inflatable was a no-brainer.
It changes the game.
Must have. Even the wilderness having one down below, like between my legs, where you could have the track back there or something, that was awesome because there was no storage in the wilderness systems I had.
It's just such a big benefit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
cup
cool.
holder.
I thought about putting. I knew I was like,
it's
"Did I
really
put this on
good.
the
It's so
list?"
much better than everything else, and it's
Yeah.
very big. And honestly, it's a good bait
Yeah.
graveyard, and it's a good cup holder. It's just good for everything. I think everyone should have two.
Yeah. If you guys buy a kayak from a shop, usually you could get them to throw that in if you're just like,
Hey, come on, you
hey,
spent like $1,000.
give me a cup holder.
Yeah, give me a cup. I'll buy one. You give me one. What are we doing here? Yeah.
So
I
we
mean,
messed up. We're messing with Italians tonight and Asian culture. Like, can we stop?
who's next? Well,
Nope.
we're making fun of white people. We're just making fun of ourselves.
That's every day. Get out of here.
Well, we deserve it.
100%. All right, so let's move on to motors because that was a
Okay.
huge thing for us this year.
Big.
So we already did a full rating on all these, so you kind of know how we feel about them. But the Newport NK 180 Pro.
Used it bigly. Enjoyed it bigly as well. It was the NK, everything from Newport. The quality is going to be top tier.
Yep,
The
they were great.
they work exactly as advertised. There's not a single thing that I was like, oh, this is not what I thought it would be. It operated perfectly. Really easy to set up. I did it 11:30 at night. Just gassed after a show in about an hour. Put it on my kayak. Very easy to install. Battery life's outstanding. Power was very good. I think the 180 Pro, I think a lot of people were really happy with it. I think once you get everyone thinks like, should I get the 300? We need to make that video. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Like, should you get the 300 or not?
Yep.
The 300 is great, but it's friggin' heavy. And it's friggin' big.
It's a lot heavier. It has a bigger and heavier battery. It
makes a huge
the
difference.
motor is a lot bigger and heavier.
Big difference.
If you like, I would say for the probably 7 out of 10 people, the 180 Pro is the way to go.
Agreed.
And I think the 300 is really just when tournament guys run in the river. If you just want to get from point A to point B faster, it is faster, and you can do that. But I think the NK 180 Pro, you're going to be hitting
operation.
5.5 on a
Go
lightweight
fast enough,
speed kayak.
Very efficient, very fun. I will say you need to get foot steering.
Good. 100%.
You need to get foot steering.
And I hope that Bonafide kicks out their foot steering because I'm probably going to reach out. I'm going to reach out to Source Crate and see if we can get our
we need to do that now.
theirs.
And we need, the new Canoe foot steering is incredible. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, you got to have foot steering.
Yeah. Well, I'll also say this. The EPS, which we were going to talk about in a second, first of all, good. The foot pedal steering, the single pedal steering is not only a great idea, but also greatly executed.
Bigly well.
Problem is, it does not work very well with the NK300 or the upsized Torpedo. It just works good. The NK 180 Pro is like what it was designed for. So it behaves
just like mostly weight.
Yeah, it behaves and torque and power output. The wattage is much higher on the 300, so it's putting out more power. And the EPS, just like that hydraulic cable, I think was not rated for that power because you would give up ease of steering for the control. So they wanted like to meet in the middle, right? So it's better on the 180 Pro. So if you're looking at one, and you're like, I just kind of want to have a motor, I think the 180 Pro, more affordable, lighter, efficient, and will work better with a lot of foot steering out there, is the way to go. I love having my 300 though. And next year I'm committed. We're going to hit a river section. Like I got to use it on the river. I got to rip up river with that thing.
Yep.
So speaking of NK300, I would say it's good for specific people. Again, like 7 out of 10 of you should just get the 180 Pro. You got 3 out of 10. You know who you are. Get that 300. Vroom, vroom, baby. Let's go. Newport batteries. Now these should be coming down in price this year, I believe.
Yeah.
So they were priced higher than everybody else. Let's be real. They were higher than everybody else. They're pretty dang expensive, and it would be hard for us to recommend them. But as they come down in price, and as the low pro batteries come out, and should be at a hopefully, don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure, but they should be at a reasonable price. We're hoping to get our hands on some low pro batteries from Newport.
I'm hyped for the low pro.
It's just like a smaller fit, resizing your battery. So it's like a little suitcase. Pretty cool. And they have like the waterproof connections and all that on the outside. So you just plug, you're in. I think they're great. I want to test that out. Newport batteries, the regular ones, are solid. They are efficient. They perform well. The Bluetooth app works, which is like what you can ask
Very,
of
it's
most
very clean.
apps.
It's very
Yeah.
nice.
So, I mean, I think if you're going to spend the money, you're already buying a Newport, whatever, like just do it. They actually did a huge Black Friday sale, which we
Yeah,
had.
it's like 30%, I think.
Yeah, it was
15%. I
nuts.
can't remember. Yeah, it's legit.
But I mean, that's essentially what I think the battery prices are going to come down to. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Chris Russ, member for 5 months. Did you guys get the foil on the NK 180? No, we have not, but it's something we're thinking about. Remember that 3D printed one we could get? I think that's a good idea. I definitely want to try that out. Having the foil on the NK300, if you guys know what we're talking about, it's like this aluminum wing, right? Like comes like this, right? And it fits over the main shaft
The
of the motor.
mast.
Yeah, so it should improve efficiency, but a lot of steering is improved because it's a rudder and a skeg for you as well, which also fixes drift on like the new Canoe U10. So it's something that we will be trying
It's
out.
like a
next year.
wing.
Yep.
Vertical wing.
Thank you for reminding us of that. We got to remember to do that. All right.
I got a bunch of other stuff I need too because I got to mount a Minn
Yep.
Kota on the front of my MF thing.
Well, we can't. I mean, we can't review that. I mean, it seems cool.
I'm not
We're
ready to
gonna
review,
see,
but I need to
but
do that first.
yeah, we do have a Minn Kota power drive where the shaft was cut down to 36 inches, y'all. It is the current only other option that's affordable for bow mount motorization. So we had the Motor Guide XI3, Kaputski, they gone, right? Buy them while you can, I guess. And then the Minn Kota power drive is not available in a 36, but we got our hands on them, on one of them.
52 cut down to 36.
Yep. Thanks to New Canoe for the hookup on that. We paid for it, so we're going to be super open with you guys as we are anyways, but now we'd be like, we paid for it. Like, I can say whatever I want. Minn Kota didn't send me this.
This will be the second time that I fall out of a kayak.
Oh, I can't wait till you spot lock and it's like, look. All right. So a couple other batteries we tested out this year. Just real quick round off on this. Power Queen 100 amp hours. I think they're great. I got the Bluetooth and the regular. They perform well. They're pretty efficient. It's not, I don't know if it's as efficient as some of the other batteries we use, but it's pretty dang close and they've been reliable. They're also the cheapest battery we've ever used, $200 for 100 amps. It's insane. So maybe get that. I also did the bougie one, the X2 50 amp hour. This runs my live scope on my native Titan X specifically. Great battery, it's lithium. They are expensive. Like, and I don't know why exactly. Their app is not amazing. I mean, it's on par or subpar to the Newport app. And then I will say the Power Queen app is trash. Like the app is garbage. But like the battery will last. It works well. Forget the app.
If you just need a battery, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, there you go. And yeah, I mean, those were mostly my batteries that I'm using. We might get a Power Queen for Paul or have him use my trolling motor for now. Pick you up a different one later. But yeah, there you go. So that's most of the kayak stuff. Well, no, it's not. It's mostly YakAttack.
I was going to say, we got a way to go.
JK, let's burn through these. The Wilderness Systems crate.
Just like everything else from Wilderness, 78% perfect.
Never perfect.
Never going to be 100.
Chris Hugh, Dakota Lithium. Yeah, I mean, I should say that we used a Dakota Lithium 54 amp hour forever. Paul still has his. Fantastic battery. I think it's priced like $50 to $100 less than X2.
It is, yeah.
And it comes with a
just
charger.
as good, if not better.
I would say X2 batteries don't come with chargers. And I couldn't even find
it
on the website.
Overpriced. They're so overpriced.
X2, I'm out.
Nothing wrong with the battery, but dude, I would go with Dakota Lithium all day if you want like a big brand.
Yeah, Dakota is fantastic.
Love my Dakota. Beat the absolute. No tar came out.
Yep. No tar on this.
No tar was
X2,
removed from the battery.
Tar
X2
everywhere.
Tar everywhere.
All right. So Wilderness Crate, I would agree with you. I think that it's a good purchase on sale. I think that there are some faults to it. The top tray, for example, becomes 1,000 degrees in the sunlight. A little greenhouse effect there. And I think there's some ways that they could improve it, but overall, decent. Just
great idea. It's super light. Yeah. Very light crate. I like the way the rod holders work. They're not perfect. It's not perfect, but they work pretty good.
And you only get 4, and I would like to have 6, but it is what it is. I remember why I threw this in there. So the native kayaks offers a motorization kit for your bow mount, right? So you can
Oh, yeah.
purchase all the wires, the mount plate, the quick release plate, like all that stuff. I did purchase that. We're going to be parting everything out for Paul instead because I actually have an Amazon wish list for everything because I price compared. If you buy from the native, $150 surplus, baby. So just buy it yourself on Amazon. I said it in the video. They told me not to say it, and I said, too bad I'm saying it. Like, it's not worth $150 more. It's the same stuff.
I
So
mean, if it's
yeah,
$150 and you're not, I'll say this. If you are not comfortable and you don't know what you need,
I'll tell
and
you. Ask me.
if you're just not comfortable and you don't know what you need,
Yep.
and you're willing to spend another $150 out
Mhm.
of 500, that's another 20% almost.
But Native listed every part on their website.
I
And that's
look,
how I made my Amazon
I get it.
list.
I get it, dude. I get it. I'm not
I need
saying
that. Okay.
don't.
Okay. Okay.
I'm opening the door to someone
Yeah.
who's like, "Hey, you know what? I'm
Yep.
uncomfortable. I don't understand this. I want to make sure I got everything right." Then okay. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna say that's mid to bad. Just don't. I would just part it out on Amazon. That's my
Yeah,
recommendation.
and it's not like you don't expect them to make some money, but 150 seems like a lot.
It's a stupid margin, to be
It seems
honest.
like a
That's a
lot.
stupid margin. It makes no sense. Anyways, whatever. Boondock's landing gear, the track mounted wheels. So we've had landing gear before. And if you guys aren't familiar with Boondock's American company, I think they're out of North Carolina. Is it North Carolina? I can't remember. It's American made stuff. It's all steel fabrication. Pretty cool stuff. Check them out. Boondocks. But yeah, the landing gear was great on the Hobie. It's been great on my Titan X. I was a little worried because it's track mounted and they have a bunch of warnings both on the Kayak, the native Titan X that I have because it's heavy, and on the wheels themselves. They say, like, hey, you can really only have like a life jacket in here while you tote this thing around.
Yeah.
And I go, all my gear, sweet. And I
Everything?
always
Perf.
have everything in there. So yeah, it's probably weighed down with 100 pounds of gear, I would say, when I'm wheeling it around. It held up great. Like it has and is currently holding up great, if not better than the Hobie that we had. Like I was constantly retightening bolts on the Hobie setup. I don't know if I just used better Loctite this time, but it's holding together pretty good.
That
So
was my biggest gripe with the
mhm,
Hobie setup was like I had the
yeah,
reason I carried a toolkit was for that, not for
always
the
for the
kayak.
wheels. Yeah,
Always for the wheels.
I was kind of mid on those wheels. On the track mount, I'm in. $300 though, it is pretty expensive, so I'd say mid to good
But it
for
becomes
most people.
so standard and such an integral part of how you manage the yak that
Mhm.
it's like,
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's really solid.
I like them more than the native sidekicks. Now
Oh, by far.
I haven't regularly used the native sidekick wheels, but I know Debo has, and I've checked them out on Debo's boat, and I've also used them on a demo boat before, and I've seen them at ICAST, and
I
I
get this.
don't
I
like
get the vibes are not great on those.
vibes are bad. Anyways, so I see you threw this in there. The Boondocks Captain's Bridge, good reminder, which I have on my native Titan X. And then you use the Catch Captain's Bridge this year. So I'll say on the Boondocks, as I use that for the most part. And the Captain's Bridge, by the way, for anybody out there that isn't using one of these, on a kayak at the front, if you want to have a fish finder looking all cool like those tournament rigs you see, it's like these two little risers that come up, and then there's a beam that comes across the middle right in front like of your cockpit in the kayak. We've used a bunch of them. We made our own for the Hobies. That was a Hobie H rail. That thing
That
was
was the best one I
awesome.
ever used.
It was amazing. And the Boondocks Bridge, I think, is rock solid. I've had zero issues with it. Mounted really easily. It was a little. The feet were like just this much too big for the short tracks on the front of my native Titan X, and for other vessels that have short tracks on the front. It's perfect for the new Canoe Unlimited. I think it's a great captain's bridge. I would say good, worth purchase, and affordable for steel fabrication. Is like $60, 67, maybe $70. It's like one of the cheaper captain's bridges, which is bonkers. All right, what do you think about the Catch?
Um, Overpriced.
Yes.
Very low profile, which I really liked. Very difficult to set up. They do not give
Yeah.
you enough information to set it up. And the way that it's made makes no sense. They should have just bored out the whole um like the
have a bolt that
The
goes like
towers,
through it
they need a
or
bolt that
something.
goes all the way through it. It would have been a
100%.
22 quadrillion times easier. Like there's no number to
Yeah.
explain how much easier that would be and more sturdy. So
Yeah.
if they fix that, I would recommend it to everybody. Until
Yep.
they fix that, I recommend it to nobody that doesn't have a
Yeah.
Hobie because the towers that the way that's made makes no friggin' sense. Like
Yep.
it cannot be made. It just you can't do it.
You
It
can't
also is
do it
going to
worse.
it's beautiful when you get it, but it
Yeah.
is absolutely going to scratch. I will tell you this though.
Anodized aluminum? Is
Yes,
it?
but it
Yeah.
100% will scratch instantly.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you
No,
this,
that's why it'll scratch.
the
That's
function, like functionally, it is amazing.
yeah.
If you can get it right, it functions extremely well. It's insanely sturdy. I used it as a handle to load my kayak. Like it's so sturdy. Also, the little spacers that they sell with it, the rubber spacers and the
Mhm.
twisty ties for attaching things to it,
Mhm.
those are worth the money no matter what kind of accessory you have. I recommend those to everyone. Get
Yeah.
20 of them. They're incredible. The little washers, the soft washers, and then the screw downs, incredible.
What are we talking about? For what?
Part of the captain's
For the
bridge,
captain's bridge.
they well, it's
Oh,
for
okay.
everything,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
they're like, look, if you don't want to scratch the hell out of your captain's bridge,
Yes,
get
got
these
it.
little washers and then these little now the screw downs, you can tighten them down so insanely tight.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Like way tighter than you can do unless you have a wrench.
Sure.
And then but they're meant to work with all the T-bolts that everybody uses for their kayak. So like when you use those little washers, they have like a dampening effect
Mhm.
because you can cinch them down so tight and there's like cushion.
Mhm.
You get no rock in your screen at all.
That's awesome.
Like 0.0. So when I mounted my screen, it
Yep.
never moved. I recommend those over anything else on the Catch website.
Nice. So yeah, pros and cons from Catch. I would say they need
Yeah,
some work
it's a
on
mixed
the
bag. If you have a Hobie,
yeah.
get that one because that one does have the through
It's
bolt kit.
designed for that.
It's designed for that. If
Yeah.
you don't have a Hobie, it's like, no way.
100%. So I stand corrected. DeBurley just corrected me. The Boondocks with the legs, because you have to get the little
100?
angle feet. It's $100,
Yeah.
which is still at the bottom.
Still a
end
good deal.
Of, that's at the
Metal.
bottom of captain's bridges. They're like 100 to
20.
200 now for some of them, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean the one from
Anyways.
YakAttack is like so overdone. Like
Oh,
it's
that
cool,
thing's
but
insane.
it's so insane. I'm like, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I might get one just
Well, yeah,
to try it.
yeah, to try, but it's very big. It's like a 2 inch by 2 inch
It's a thick
square.
boy.
It's
It's a
freaking big,
thick
man.
boy.
Like for me, I like a lot of the 3D molded ones that are flat. I think
Yeah.
those do a really nice job because it
Native
also
has
allows
one.
when it comes out this way, it allows you to bring in the middle a little closer,
Mhm.
leaves room for the hatch, which I think is really important.
Yep.
And so I think it gives you a lot more options, and then you can flip it if you want it to go the other way and sort of be
Oh,
like,
yeah, I see what you're
so
saying.
I think those 3D
Yep.
models I think probably have the edge. They should be cheaper too. They
Yeah.
just should be cheaper.
3D printed material.
And then you can drill holes in those as needed. So if
Mhm.
you want to like mod your own, I honestly think they should just have like a blank one, and then you could just
Yep.
drill a hole and just use a router and cut whatever the frick you want. Like I think there's a lot of opportunity with the 3D
You just
printed
want
versions.
starboard up there, essentially.
Kinda, dude. Like, you know what I
You
mean?
just do your own. Yeah, totally get it. All right, so anyways, I'd say the Boondocks is a good buy. The
Mm-hmm.
Catch is, if you're a Hobie Pro Angler owner,
Do it.
great
They're so
buy.
nice.
And
Yeah.
if you're not, it's mid.
Do not. It's
So there's
overpriced.
feedback we can give there. All right, coming back, where were we at?
Ram
We're up
fish
to
finder mount.
Okay. So I did get the Ram ball mount for the fish finder specifically. That boy's $70. It ain't cheap. I do think it is more solid, in my opinion, than the YakAttack one, though. So you have the YakAttack. I have
I
seen
loved
it.
it.
We have modded it.
I cut it down, yeah.
You have to cut it down because you have a much bigger screen.
Yeah.
But if you cut it down, like you can get it a little more solid. But at this point, you've got yours just flush mounted, your fish finder.
That's the way to do it, baby.
This is as solid as you can get, right?
Can't beat it.
I was not a fan of the YakAttack one. I am a fan of the Ram fish finder. It's the only one I'm ever getting. So
If
that
you're
tells you
okay with a
anything.
shorter one, like a 2 inch with adjustment, I would go the YakAttack.
The YakAttack. Yeah, because if you trim the YakAttack down, it's good. If you don't, it's wobbly
It's
AF.
wobbly as AF.
Yeah.
Lots of F's.
So, anyways, I'd say Ram Fish Finder mount, goodbye. It's expensive, but worth it. New Canoe Quick Connect system. So the Quick Connect system is what you can use on your new canoe. I believe just the unlimited U10 and maybe the Flint.
I don't
Or
know about the Flint.
Frontier.
Probably the
The
Frontier. That's
longer
the newer one. The Flint's the older one, so I doubt it.
But this allows you to attach a motor with a quick release system and a bump release system, like your Newport NK 180 Pro or 300, to the back of your new canoe. We really like this thing. It is actually a really cool system. Like I said, it works better with the NK 180 Pro than the 300. So if you have a 300, you're going to use Quick Connect. I can just tell you, it's not going to perform at 100%. It's going to be like an 85%. You're going to be like, this is fine. And I'm happy because I can still move fast. But overall, I'd say the Quick Connect, we were pleasantly surprised with. It is really expensive for mounting a motor setup with the foot pedal, with the hydraulic cable, with all the attachments. It is like $400. So that hurts. That hurts a lot. You can just get a bracket and kind of like mount the Newport the other way. It's not ideal though. Like on the new canoe, you're really meant to use the Quick Connect. So if you want to do like the best possible setup for your new canoe,
I think it's worth saving out the money. It's super clean. It's rock solid.
Yep.
I'm a huge fan. It also has some real advantages, like functionally. You can turn the motor 180 actual degrees. And that is a game changer.
Yeah, it has the tightest turn radius of any turning system that we've used.
It's a huge deal.
And we've used it
makes a big difference.
And the single foot steering is
oh my God. That's
phenomenal.
worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
There you go. And you can also buy different parts for it. So like you can swap it out.
And like you don't have to buy it. Like it's one of those things where you're like, okay, it's expensive. I'll wait another month, save some money. $25 a month. Just hold tight, be patient, and get the right thing. It's so clean. I love it.
100%. Real quick, I missed this. I apologize. Chris Shue with the 5 gifted memberships. It's second time
again.
Tonight. Yes, that is not.
He just wants people on the members
error.
only. He just wants people
to load up.
Yeah,
his members only. That is January 14th. It's a Tuesday.
What a friggin' legend.
PM Eastern.
Pull up. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, we got to welcome these new members. Welcome aboard, Brian C. the Sloth. The Sloth. Like the. Then we have Kevin Laverty. Joseph Grabowski. And I think we have one more. BB Detroit. All right. Welcome, you guys. January 14th. Members only live. All right. Next.
Highlight DeBurley's comment.
I can't highlight. I'm not in StreamYard.
I know. I want to call out. So DeBurley says, quick opinion. Add live scope to my 7-inch screen, which I believe is a Garmin, or add Lowrance Eagle as a second screen with forward-facing sonar. I'll tell you.
We almost bought the Eagle.
I know, but in my opinion, and after reading what some of the other people are doing out there, if it were me, I would sell my 7-inch screen for half of what I bought it for. I would sell it. And I would go and buy the 9-inch with forward-facing sonar.
93 SV from Garmin,
I think
baby.
That model will last you
forever.
Minimum 5-6 years. Absolute bare minimum. And they will update the software constantly to keep it relevant.
Really good about
Garmin's super good at that. And it's just going to be head and shoulders above the Eagle. I don't care how good the Eagle is. It can't be that good. The Garmin is really good. But the 7-inch screen you're going to be disappointed. A 9-inch screen, you'll be very happy. So because
you're going to split screen it most likely. Like you could go
even if you don't
forward facing, but like most likely you want to have your down scan on or your side scan on. Like a chart. Like you want to see where you're at, where you're going, and then you also want to have forward facing.
But even if you don't, the 9-inch is like the minimum for like a really high end screen. I think 7 is too small for like. To really take advantage of the technology, you need the 9
for sure.
I hate to say it because I know how expensive it is. It hurts. I think you're going to be so much happier, and I do think it's a buy once, cry once versus Lowrance. They're going to duct tape the thing together and just be sad.
You will be sad. I had a Lauren for a while. Wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
So did Paul. Haven't been a fan of that or hummingbirds lately, or not
I would
interested.
never buy a hummingbird. After
I'm
what
not-
I've heard,
Yeah.
and after what they just launched, look, what they just launched, it doesn't seem like a big deal because, like, oh, it wasn't that great. That's not why people are mad. People are mad because they're making you buy new units to get new technology versus what Garmin does, which
That's
is
Nintendo, dude. That's what Nintendo did.
it's. But they didn't. But at least when Nintendo launched something, there were like
Yeah.
new features. It was like a new system. It would be like
sure.
GameCube, totally different, and or like Wii is like not the
Upscale
same
graphics
thing.
and
At least
stuff.
it was
Yeah,
totally
sure,
different.
yeah.
With this, it's like this would be like this is like Xbox 360, 360 Black, and then every time they would not let you get
Like they
anything.
did.
You know
Yeah.
that is what that is, and
The
that's why
S,
people get mad
X,
about those systems. They're like,
whatever. Yeah.
wait a minute, you just gate kept all the new games to the Black for no reason or whatever version for
It's the
no
PlayStation
reason.
5 Pro.
Yeah, like what the hell are we
I
talking
can't
about here? You just made me
see
piss
the
away a
difference.
bunch of money. Like so, that I think is really that's what that is, and I think that's horse
It's a
crap.
scam.
Not
It's a
Garmin.
scam
Garmin is like
initiative.
we're making really really quality stuff, and we're gonna keep it relevant.
Bro, I'm only getting Garmin from now on.
I'm never gonna buy anything else, honestly.
This has been the best watch I've ever owned. I beat the absolute ever-loving tar
You know how
out
many
of this
gallons
thing.
of sweat live on this?
Yeah. This is the Instinct 2, the like
Yeah.
military one.
Yeah.
I am so rude to this watch. And
Brutal.
I don't think I'll ever. I used to
never
get
take
like
it
a
off.
new. I used to get a new watch like every 2 years. I'd make it a thing.
I never take this off.
Yeah.
Ever.
Me
It's
either.
weird.
Anyways, but we're talking about fish finders. Also fantastic.
Everything Garmin.
Big-
Yeah, for life.
Okay, back to New Canoe. I think we had like 2 or 3 more things here. The New Canoe Gear Pod, $200, storage in the front of your unlimited U10 or Frontier again. I don't know, Flint something. It'll tell you which ones it fits. If you have a New Canoe Unlimited or U10, I think it's great. And that's the
It takes
only time
advantage
it
of an
works.
open area
Yeah.
in a huge way. So
Yep.
you can fit one of these, the big evolution, which we'll talk about later, completely full.
Yeah.
You can fit one of these in there with
Two.
with two Naqua batteries.
Yep.
And a toolkit. And like some miscellaneous like hat and gloves and stuff.
Water bottle.
And
Empty.
one of these. And the medium.
Yeah.
And it'll be stuffed, but comfortably. No problem.
You can get through your stuff in there, and then easy to wire. It's got a track on the front.
It's sick.
I think it's clutch. It's one of my
so
favorite.
smart.
It's one of my favorite things we got from New Canoe. Plus, it allowed us to make the portable fish finder pod, and you can see that video actually of us just.
You can add
taking
lights to it on the side. It's
great.
money.
I love it. Totally worth it, especially if you have a U10 or an unlimited.
And you can mount your electronics to it.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's so nice.
Yep, it's great. What's not nice from New Canoe is the transducer retract
I hate
system.
I hate saying it. It sucks.
It's like of all the New Canoe, I feel like New Canoe has given us 8s and 9s out of 10, and we're like, we really like,
which
a
is
lot of this
really
stuff.
high. Most stuff does not get that.
No
rating.
And then we got this TRS, which we were actually excited about. We're like, oh, a little retraction system. When we got it in hand, we're like, oh, this thing sucks. I actually broke mine and then fixed it, and it works. But like, it'll scratch up your transducer because they stupidly use
metal.
And I love these guys, but I'm like, guys, why did we do this? There's a metal hook that like supports the deucer at the front. And it instantly scratches it up when you install the thing. It's not well thought out.
It doesn't work the way it's intended.
No.
It's clunky.
This is a company that really thinks things out too. Like everything seems so well thought. This wasn't. This is
weird.
It's a big miss, and a very rare miss, I would say, from New Canoe.
Agreed.
So don't get that. Speaking of things that could be better, the New Canoe bow mount plate. You have to get one of these if you want to do a bow mount motor.
It's an easy fix, but it was a weird mistake.
The handle is trash. It's essentially starboard with 3 bolts that go to the front. It replaces your handle at the front, which is a comfy handle on your kayak. And this is just like sharp-edged starboard. It's so bad.
You just need to go get like a golf wrap and
you gotta wrap it up.
Wrap it. That's all you got to do. But like, it's silly that you have to do that.
It's advice for life, by the way. But anyways, so fix the handle.
What?
You'll understand when you're older. So if New Canoe would fix the handle, that would be great. I would love that.
Otherwise, it's fine.
Otherwise, it's fine. It is also $100. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's
On the expensive side. All right. Then we had the native drive foam insert. I don't even know what I was talking. Oh, for the native Titan X, that
yeah.
little like foam. It's like $30. Goes in the drive. If you're gonna motorize a native Titan X or a Titan or the 12 or the 10-foot version, I'd recommend you get this little foam block that goes in the drive spot, which is like the worst part about native, their drive, because it's just this little plastic piece that goes over the top of the drive hatch. So
Big
bad.
poo poo.
They really need to improve that. But you can stuff this foam in there and then water doesn't splash in your deck. So I think it's worth it. Yeah, you heard. Good. It's good by $30, whatever. It's a big piece
But
of
also
foam.
accurate.
Yeah. All right. Then we got the 3D printed rod deletes. These aren't actually available for purchase, but I wanted to call it out. So we had somebody who watches the show send us these. They were great. And a rod delete is like, if you know the Hobie Pro Angler, Native Titan X, they have rod tubes at the front. So you can like run your rods in there for storage or when you're traveling spot, whatever. I think they're cool. I don't use them that much. So these rod deletes, they just cover them up. You actually pull them out, like you take the rod sleeves out. So you just cover that up. You cut a little weight because of that, which is cool. On the Native Titan X, it's like, that's worth it. And then the ones he sent us actually had a spot 3D printed for the Yak Power system, which was really cool. And you were able to just mount your Yak Power buttons right there at the front of the kayak. Game changer. Absolute game changer. If anybody starts selling those, like a Yak Hobby or somebody, Yak Gadget, that would be really cool to see. And as the Titan X hits its like first and second year anniversary, maybe they will. So we'll see.
We gotta power through. It's
Oh boy,
9:30.
okay.
We got like halfway through.
So we're gonna fly through anything that you use or I use. We're gonna hit it, and then I'll check chat as you talk, and we'll switch off and on. All right. So Yak Power, by the way, Yak Power Kayak Power Systems. Been using their 5-panel switcher for a long time. It's great. Love it. I think that's always worth it. What is not worth it is Yak Power sells a USB plug-in. It sucks. It's terrible. It arrived broken for me. I actually had to resolder and then like fully like encase the wires because the wires just came not attached. That thing's garbage. And I also say Naqua also has a USB plug. Also not great. Problem with the Naqua one, they both function, by the way, if you resolder and fix the Yak Power. The problem with the Naqua one is that the cover, the waterproof cover, does not stay on. Big miss. They need to fix the cover for that. So that thing is
just charge me more.
And then it's exposed to the out, like you're just dripping water into your electrical.
Like just charge me more and make it good.
Do better. Naqua batteries, on the other hand,
I like Naqua in general. A lot of their stuff is great. Just charge me more.
Yeah. Their little portable battery was awesome. We used that. It's like a 10,000 milliamp hour one that was great. And then their other batteries were awesome as well.
Phenomenal.
20 amp hours.
And their accessories and wiring stuff, great. Except for that one. So Rougeroux, I'm assuming I'm saying it right. He says, what company makes a good kayak that will hold a 300-pound person and still be stable? Native Titan X, yes. Hobie Pro Angler, absolutely. And that's like any model that you want. And I think the New Canoe, the Unlimited, for sure.
Those are your 3 models right there. So on the cheaper side is going to be the Unlimited. Right up the middle-ish is going to be the Titan X. But you get pedals, and then the Hobie Pro Angler would be most expensive.
The Old Town probably is going to be pretty good. It won't be as stable, but it will be very stable. It's just not quite as good as the others standing.
If you're sitting in the Old Town, I think you're perfectly happy.
Oh yeah, you're very happy.
If you're standing, you might be nervous, but you'll be all right.
You'll be fine.
So there you go. That opens up 4 options. The Old Town, we'd say the PDL 120 probably.
The 120, yeah.
Or the Autopilot 136 is a little bit wider, I think. So you can do that one. Anyways, I think we did all Naqua.
Naqua batteries are a game changer. The size is great. The quality is good. Easy to mod. You can link them together to get 40 amp hours, which is a buttload. Highly recommend.
Yep, 100%. The 3D printed stuff we used this year. You used a bunch of Navarre equipment on
Yeah.
your Old Town. What were your thoughts
Yep.
on those?
Most good. Some need more instructions.
Yeah.
Some like the seat risers, good, but like need way better glue. I think
Yep.
in general though, Navarre, just in general,
Yep.
phenomenal, worth the purchase, quality, not overpriced. 100% recommend. Yak Hobby transducer mount, especially for the Crescent, is an absolute buy. And honestly, Yak
It's on
Hobby in
my Titan
general,
X.
if everything else is even remotely that good,
Yep.
buy everything from the site that works for your kayak. You'll be happy. That was a really well made piece of equipment.
Yeah. I actually used the Yak Hobby Black Pack risers, and they were solid. So they lift your Black Pack up 2 inches, which is cool. When required, I had to do that to fit it into like my Old Town when I was using that. So yeah, I think they make some good stuff. I was going to talk about the seat bags that we use. So the back of your kayak seat, you got an opportunity for some storage here. So we have the Yak Gadget seat bag, which I believe is 25 or no, maybe 35 from $35 from Water Dog Outfitters. We got that. And this is another company that does like 3D printed custom products. Yak Gadgets. It's a company we want to dabble in. We want to use some more of their equipment. Bag was good. It was a good bag. It's a bag. It's a
The
sound
good
bag.
thing about the bag is that it's cheap. It can work on any
Yep.
kayak. The bad thing about the bag is the bottom of it is not secured, so the butt like flaps out, and that can be really frustrating.
I had to rig that myself. So
Oh,
I
I made a
actually,
video on my rig because
yeah,
it was good, but it's
yeah,
not great. So
yeah.
great for the money.
Mhm.
Needs some mods. So good. Fine.
What about the bona fide bag
Love
that
the
you were using?
Bonafide, way overpriced and doesn't fit every
Yep.
kayak, but you can make it fit any kayak if you really needed to. So, but it's very nice. It functions super well.
Yeah. Issue was it had clips, but they were for tubular designed
Yeah, they're
seats.
rounded for the Bonafide
Yeah.
seats, but
They don't
it
work
does
on new
have
Canoe or
straps,
native.
so you can
Yeah.
make it work for a lot of different stuff. It is really nice, but it's
Yeah.
like $90. It's like, oh,
It's not as good as a tubular seat either. Yeah, it is pretty expensive. We also use the Source Crate kayak crate this year. Man, I know my guy needs to make a margin and I want to support him. They are the most expensive kayak crate when you break it down to it. $250. It is metal though, pretty light. He has the most accessories. This guy like sits in a
plethora.
lab. This guy sits in a lab and comes up with accessories. So if you want to
Accessory.
be
Start printing.
if you want to be able to do anything with your kayak crate, this is the crate for you. And if you
Like,
don't
pay
care
for my
about
college. Boop. There's an
dude,
accessory for that.
he had so much stuff. So I kudos to him for coming up with the ideas. I do want to push people over there. If you're okay with spending $250 and you want a million accessory opportunities, this guy is
Look
great.
at him. Look at him working on the foot steering.
Dude, he came up with foot steering. So if you just want to see cool stuff getting made, check out Source Crate.
Yeah.
100%. And if you're okay with the price, I think it's worth it. It's something that I would consider spending the money for sure. The GoPros. So we got the 13s. You got the DJI Action Camera 4 as well. What are our thoughts on those, do you think?
User experience on the DJI better. Film quality, slight edge to the DJI.
Mhm.
Ease of use, I think is a tie. The GoPro fixed a ton of stuff. DJI already had that stuff fixed.
Yep.
Price wise, I think they're the same.
Yep.
And
Well, the
so
4 is. I think the Action 5 is more expensive.
but I did have I had an overheat issue multiple times with the
Yep.
DJI. So I probably very slightly for fishing lean GoPro. If I was using it for other stuff, I would go
Yeah.
DJI. I think the quality is better.
That's the interesting. So Binya Outdoors goes DJI, which I think the DJI cameras are great. I am interested in getting my hands on the Action 5. So don't get me wrong. I'm not like
For the
GoPro
5,
or die
I'm
here.
talking about the 4. So
I know. So talking about the 4, but the interesting thing is I've heard plenty of people say like it never overheats on me. So I want to like retest your DJI next year and like see
I
what's
had it
going on.
happen 2 times I went out
Yep.
with an external battery. What do you want
Yep.
me to do? It wasn't even that hot. Very mild day.
I'm not mad at you.
Why are you so upset?
So
No, people have
yeah,
said like overheat with the GoPro. I almost never had my GoPro overheat. Maybe like
yeah,
5 times in 6 years. Like,
yeah. But we have had it corrupt our footage 1,000
and
times.
that's the thing that like drove me away from GoPro was corrupted footage and audio. Like, god dang, like not, and it's always the clip you need. I always chit chat on Instagram with Illinois Yak guy. Really cool dude. And he had this happen to him, and I was like, man, that sucks. And he's like, oh, it's the exact clip I need. I'm like, it's always the clip you need. It's never not the clip you don't need.
Yeah.
Brutal.
It's I don't know, man. It's a toss up right now between the two. I think it's a tie. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not like, so Binya Outdoors, I think he was 4K, maybe. I don't know. He might have even been 1080p. We'll have to open up his camera because he stopped filming shortly after that, after he busted his biceps. So
I did not use 4K. So my standard settings, I do 60 FPS, 1080p.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense. So we'll just have to retest it. If it keeps crapping out, we got a bum camera. We might get the Action 5 and we'll try that out and see if it does any better. All right.
It's very expensive. Not cheap,
is.
man. $500. That's not nothing.
Yeah. So anyways, we got the GoPro 13s. I think they're solid. Yeah. Binya says good video for y'all to make. Sure. I think there's 1,000 GoPro versus DJI videos, and
no one will watch ours.
They're in the tech quadrant, but I mean, we could do it from a fishing perspective. We already tried that. Yep. It was like our worst viewed video of the year was when we did a GoPro video.
Or like a lot of people asked for
camera
it specifically, like a whole bunch of people.
So I love you guys, and I want to make stuff that helps you, so I'll do it, but it's not going to do well for us. So we can do that though. We can do that. And I think the GoPro 13, I got to use a bunch. I did get I got a file repaired one time. Other than that, it did not overheat on me. I didn't lose any files, and everything worked. So like, what more can I ask for? It's been pretty good. But I am interested in testing it out compared to the DJI. I will also say that the lenses, for the most part, are a novelty. Like, if you're intending on using those, there's probably better ways to do it. They're fine.
You have no point. There's no purpose.
They're expensive too. They're expensive.
The magnet pass-through door though is legit. That is very cool.
On the
new
DJI,
GoPro. On the new GoPro, $50. Ow, but very cool.
Magnet pass-through door? Am I not using that?
Magnet power, so it's waterproof.
Oh,
it's freaking sick.
All right, remind me. I got to get that.
You need to order two. I don't have one. I want one super bad. There's no point in buying because I can't even use it right now.
You're not getting one.
I'm getting two.
You're getting four.
It's
Chris
super smart.
Yo, Chris Shue with the super chat, $10, dude. You're all over the place tonight. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I know you're fisherman, but what was your longest journey down the river or lake? My buddy and I are traveling 100 miles down a local river next month. Just wondering. It's got to be Alabama, right, dude? We dropped in at like Gunnersville. We dropped in.
Oh, yeah, technically, I guess.
Mid Gunnersville, and like went south. We don't go on long trips. I would say
we haven't been able to in a long time. It's just not. We don't have the time for it, honestly.
But I'm saying, like, our longest recently was Gunnersville.
Sure.
Like,
couple miles.
Miles, man. We don't go far.
Well, and we just don't like it. Honestly, it's one of my favorite things to do. Like, if I could do one thing forever, that would be it. Would be river trips. But they require a lot of time. They are not timely. I can't plan on being done at the time I need to be done. And they require, it's just, one day is never enough on the river.
The river. I want to live on the river.
One day is never enough. I need 4 days every time to feel remotely sated.
Yeah.
So it sucks. It is my biggest, like the biggest, saddest part of what we do is not being able to do that enough.
Absolutely. Rougarou, are we going to do more BFS content this year? Absolutely. We got some new stuff to test out. We have a new Cash-In Element BFS rod to test out, which is $130.
You have that one?
I have that one, I think. Yeah. I think you went with the Icon.
I have the Element.
We've got some other elements. I think I have a medium heavy, or you have a medium heavy element caster. And then we might even have a spinning one.
I'll show you guys the difference here. Oh no, I have the bait finesse system. Huh, weird. So there's the Element BFS right there, guys.
Oh, I guess I don't have it. Cool.
I don't know why I have this.
Did I forget it? Are there two?
I don't think so.
There's two. We got the
Yeah, this
medium
one's the
light.
610. This is the medium light.
Yes.
This is the one I wanted. So this
Yes.
one's more the medium. This is more of
Yes.
like a funky
Phew.
ultralight baitcaster, which honestly is my jam. I enjoy these. I have the Arc Viper in like a
Yep.
medium light.
Yep.
Holy fart. I enjoy it so much. I really do. So
It's a
we
blasty
got both.
blast.
We have a couple icons and we have a couple BFS rods with the new Elements series.
Anna, you keep saying this. I commented back to you. We have the Cash and Icon BFS. We have it.
I have one. It's upstairs. Yeah.
Stop yelling at me, Anna. We have it. I'm telling you. Yes, we did get that. So we have the Cash and Icon BFS. We used it for 2 years now. And we're going to be able to compare it to the Element. And is it worth saving $120 or something like that? Sure, we can do that video. I think
I can almost guarantee you it is.
What? Oh,
that
that
it is
better?
worth saving. I
Worth
can almost guarantee
saving.
it. Not
Yeah.
better, but per dollar, yeah.
Yeah,
I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah. She says, sorry, guys, a lot of overtime. Hey, no
Oh, you're
worries.
good.
No worries.
Don't worry,
We
yeah, you're
appreciate you.
We're just
I just
messing
want to make
around.
sure you knew that I heard you. And yes, we do have that. Okay. So continuing speed round, one more thing on electronics, the DJI Mic 2.
Oh, God.
The DJI Mic. If you guys want external microphone, don't get Rode mics. Absolutely don't buy Rode mics. We've had so many of them. They're trash. Compared to this, they're garbage. Like, just get the DJI Mic 2. It's amazing. And if you have the DJI Action Cam 4, you can wirelessly connect one of them. And if you have the DJI Action Cam 5, you can connect both of them wirelessly. It is something that's kind of part of why I want the DJI 5. So that we could take that to iCast and have the two mics wireless to it and not go fisheye lens because everybody hated that. So we won't make that mistake this year at iCast. No wide angles, dude. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I would say Mic 2 is amazing. 100%. And Binya called it out earlier. You compare it with your Action Cam. Absolutely. Fishing with Ali G. DJI Mic 2 is on my Christmas list. Good choice. Yes, it's amazing. You're going to be so happy with that. We use, like I said, we use the Rode Mic Go. We had the first edition. We got the second one with the two mics. Paul had a different one, like just one mic. They're just not good. We lost so much audio. We had so many audio issues with the Rode mics.
Once every 5 videos, we had a problem.
We would just lose videos because like the mic just wouldn't work. So we got,
and that was using a lab. It's trash.
Yep.
Next, DJI mics, 10 out of 10.
Okay, tackle storage. So this year we tried a whole bunch of stuff. You had the Bass Mafia. What do they call that one?
Briefcase.
What did you think of that?
Just fine. It's overpriced. It works. Yeah. I don't like that it's soft-sided, actually, now that I've had it. It holds a lot, but it's just a bag. It's very replaceable and way overpriced.
Yep. I would say for the price, it's the same price as the Quick Cubes from Busby, and I'm leaning on Busby for that one.
It holds a little more than a large deep, though.
You get to a point,
but you don't get a window.
Exactly. You don't get a window.
But I like the handle.
There is a diminishing return on how much you can store that way.
Oh yeah, in this style, yes.
It's all just laying on top of each other. I kind of don't want to be able to store
this is
more.
very overrated. But it does work. It's the best. This is the best. This tied with the Busby is the best of the soft bag style of just like dump stuff in here. This is the everywhere. The gold standard. So
soft-sided.
It works super good. But it's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. So like it's fine.
It's fine. I would say the Quick Cubes, I'm leaning more good on them. It'd be like fine to good. I think it depends on how you want to store your plastics. I think they're good. And I really like
these are great. I still use them all the time. Yep. Medium deep, medium deep, and large deep are my favorites for plastics. Perfect. These are great.
Yep. The fast flats on the other end of that, though, I would say I'm not recommending.
Unless it's for spinner baits, doesn't hold enough.
They're fine. I use one for BFS terminal, or I did until I made a BFS terminal.
I don't use them anymore.
I don't use them anymore. So fast flats, I'm out. Quick Cubes, I'm in. Those are great. The Z-Man plastics storage that I have, like it's a top zip,
baby blue.
Yeah, everything fits standing up. I think it's great. It's $50. I wish it was a
has
little bit
separators.
cheaper.
That's the biggest thing.
has separators, has a clear window with Velcro up at the top. Like if you want to store plastics and you just want one little bin for that for your kayak, I think it's
That is
clutch.
better than the Bass Mafia.
100%. $50, yes, on the pricier end. If you can get it on sale, great. I think it's probably one of my favorite things. It's always in my boat. Has all my finesse stuff. Evolution tackle. We actually had a bunch of stuff from Evolution. Evolution fishing, I should say, not tackle. Evolution.
This is the best
fishing.
thing I tested all year potentially.
Those things are great. The Evolution bag,
like they got a flat bottom but not super wide. Expands to hold a lot. Very heavy duty. The zipper, this is a big deal. This is what we told Busby to do. It goes around the edge just a little bit. But look at how much more open I can open that. Yeah, these things are freaking slick. They come in 3 sizes. Here's the medium size. This is the large boy.
Cheers, Chris Shue. We'll see you later, buddy.
Later, dude. We appreciate you, man.
Yep. So Evolution, the zipper bags, fantastic. I think it was the best thing we got from Evolution by far. Not close, actually. The next thing that we tried from them was the crate.
See, that I love the crate. The crate's so sick. I use it all the time. It is it's my standard. I grab it. It's friggin' awesome. I love it. The crate
$130 soft side.
I thought it was like 110, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. It's like rigid sidewalls, soft.
So it's got like rigid but like soft collapsible sidewalls, but it has like a very hard bottom. It has big roomy pockets on both sides. It has 4 rod holders, and it has a handle that just clips and unclips. Very heavy duty. I absolutely love it. I would recommend it to absolutely anybody. The line bag was pretty dope. If you are like a line freak, get the line bag. $20, it's phenomenal. You can get it on Amazon. I don't like it because I don't need that much line. I just don't need it, so I don't use it. But it's sick.
Yeah. The line bag I like a lot. It doesn't function exactly how I want it to. Like the line, it has this little Velcro tab to like hold the line in place. It never holds. The line just spools itself back away.
Yeah, it's not great.
But it's a decent storage option. I think it's a good idea, not fully executed perfectly. Like I would say
compared to everything else,
it's not too expensive. It's definitely better than like the hard line options, like Plano. I had the Plano one, hated it. The clear one, the cheap one, and then the Plano Edge one, like overpriced as heck. So if you're looking for something to store a bunch of line on your boat in a small package, it's pretty good. The terminal roll-ups, we kind of
the terminal roll-ups. I actually really want to use one. The more I look at it, I'm like, that's kind of a good idea, dude. It's kind of genius. So I like the terminal roll-ups. I just haven't used them, but it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think they're fine, in my opinion. There's other ways to store a terminal.
Agreed.
And it'd be hard for me to convert to that. 6 Sense has a new one now too, but I just don't want to.
Not really.
The swim bait bag though, I really like the swim bait roll up from Evolution, you guys. In terms of swim bait roll up bags, it's on the more affordable side.
Yeah,
very affordable,
but it doesn't hold that much. It
doesn't hold that much, but like for 99% of swim bait folks, like what do you need? I can bring 10 to 12 swim baits with me.
You get 2 of those for the price of the Z-Wrap.
Yeah. Like it's great. It's very well priced.
It's very high quality.
Yeah, I would say just cover your hooks in there. It shouldn't puncture the plastic. It seems fine.
Do not put a wet bait in there though. You're gonna be
That's what I was getting at.
You're gonna be pissed off.
It's got vents, like 2 vents.
No,
it's not really.
They should just get rid of those at this point.
Yeah. So make sure you air it out. Otherwise, phenomenal. I think it's a good purchase.
Yeah, very well done. And they have 2 sizes.
Yeah, right.
Get the large, but they have 2 sizes.
I actually like the small one. I bring the small one with me. Yeah. The large one is like my normal. You were asking on IG the other day, like, hey, how should I store all this stuff? Like all my swim baits are just in there and then in the large bag. And then I take the small bag with me to go fishing because I really like, who am I kidding? I need like 4 swim baits. Like I don't need them all. So I just bring a small one and I got a couple soft swim baits in there, a line through, and then a couple of glides. I'm like, that's all I bring.
Cool.
So I think it's solid. Terminal tackle. Let's talk about that for a quick second. So we got a couple new to us, we evolved and changed the way that we stored terminal. So we got the BKK. So I know it's the first thing you're grabbing. Yeah. It's the BKK OCD box. Paul, really liking this. Me, I'm fine on this. I don't love it, actually. I'm going to be the picky boy. But I think that is a great idea that I would love to see a few changes on, and then I'd be a good on that. That's kind of where I'm at. And now you have those. Sweet. So Paul has the accessory boxes, so he's going to be able to fill this out. So Paul will be finishing out like the fully loaded weights and hooks and jigs and everything BKK terminal box that he did the cheapest route to go, right? So he didn't get all the BKK ARMA points and like all that stuff. The fully loaded box of this is $300. The problem that I have with that is it only comes with hooks. There are no jigs. There are no weights. If it came with like jigs and weights and was a full on terminal box that I would use, I think I'm hell yeah. But the way it's set up now, I'm a hell no. Absolutely not. And then for the build it yourself way, I'm fine on. I think there's better ways to do it. So Paul has one example. I do this with my BFS kit. But yeah, so you've got the Busby where you can store jigs and all of that.
This is their basic box.
I think the basic box is a clutch buy. I think for if you want Busby, like most of the good from Busby, and then what you know with the slotted version of this, so you can change it up. There's not as many dividers as the Cast King Hyperseal. That has probably the most dividers. It's insane. So if you need hyper functionality dividers, Cast King Hyperseal, also very cheap, cheaper than Busby. And then you got Plano Edge has, actually Plano Edge probably has the most dividers. I think if I'm really trying to picture it, I think it does. You grab a Plano Edge.
Oh well.
Wait, do we have any regular Plano Edges anymore?
No,
we do.
I have a deep maybe.
I don't think we do. I got rid of them.
I
Maybe
love
they're the
this.
same.
This
Maybe
I
they're the
really
same.
like this box.
Yeah.
It's held up very well. It's very inexpensive. It's the better latch is a game changer, and I think it's just a quality box for the money.
Yep. Jason Lee, I think you're right. Any pre-assembled terminal boxes, you're gonna feel gypped. NACO does a bunch of them, and like I love NACO.
You might be
and
right.
weights.
I think you are right. I think you're right. The Plano has more.
Yes, right. The Plano. Look
Yep,
at those
you're
dividers.
correct.
So it goes Plano,
It's close,
Cast King,
but
Busby,
yeah.
I think. But yeah, I mean, I would take the Hyperseal over the Edge regular boxes any day of the week and twice on Sunday. And I think they're a lot more affordable too. So I think those have been good. It is going to be loud if you do terminal and boxes like that.
Dude, I can't even close this one.
It must be 10 o'clock. All right. So what do you say? BKK, you say good. I say fine. Busby, we both say good for terminal. I think it's great. The Plano Edge terminal, I still, regardless of the Edge latch sucking, I love my Plano Edge terminal. I now have just one terminal box. I love it. I'm taking that everywhere. And then you got the Flambeau. I do not like this thing, but I am a Flambeau hater. But you love this thing.
I like it.
So are you
I like
or good on this? You think
I'm good, just good.
Okay,
the price is very good. I think it's a good idea. The thing that bugs me about it is I kind of was like, if these were soft, well, yeah, for sure. But that's gonna happen with any terminal. You're in trouble. I think if these were silicone, I think this would be a home run. This would be very good. It's not.
If those were silicone and the latches weren't Flambeau latches,
I like these latches though. So I
hate them
for what it's worth.
Absolutely hate them.
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, waterproof box, then half the price of a Plano Edge.
I think
not perfect.
If you
not terrible.
Gotta go cheap and you just want a little bit of organization,
you're very happy. I think you're very
you should go to Harbor Freight.
I don't like those. Are heavy and not waterproof.
Know.
I would.
How many have you seen?
I have messed with them. I messed with them at Lowe's. They have the same thing, different brand. If it was cheap, I would go the Cast King basic route.
If you want to just go, I would agree. Like I'm not leaning on that Flambeau. I'm a no on that one. I'm out.
Fair enough. I agree.
All right. So that brings us to we got a couple of micro tackle boxes we tried this year. The Mule Fishing Tackle Box, which is kind of a generic double-sided, made with our boy's logo on it. So you gotta rep. We gotta rep our guy.
I mean, it's very good for small.
It's a great box. You know what? I've seen a few other brands that do like a similar kind of box, and like it's just all around good. You get the perforated foam. It's good. Euro Tackle kind of out on that. I'd rather do like more of the mule fishing route for what it is. But I think that if you want to just take a couple baits, slim, holds a couple baits, got two latches on it, so you can like keep it
It's just a
latched on
little
one side. It
cheapo.
hinges.
It's just a little cheapo.
They're fine. If you can get them for under $10, 100%.
I'll tell you,
Buy 'em
having
twice.
that in here,
Oh
this
yeah.
is the
Wait till you get a
this
short
is the
stack.
this is my new BFS kit. So
Yeah,
like all my hard baits are in here, but so are the
sure.
plastics and the
Yep.
line. I effing
Nice.
dude, this is I love this.
Yep. Yeah, I like that. And my short stack is basically doing exactly that. Like all my
Right?
BFS is in the short stack. All right. Tools. We didn't use that many. We didn't try too many. We gotta get into using more tools. But you just picked up the Gomexis.
Shark
What is
bite.
this one called? Shark Bite. This is their new the Nipper. And
So it has a lock, so you guys can see it's
yeah,
locked closed. So all you gotta do all you have to do to unlock it is just turn this to the side, and now
yeah,
it's open. The cutters look the tolerance is super tight. I mean, this thing is legit. The quality is very good. It does have a hook eye cleaner, which I love,
mhm,
actually. I actually really like that. I think these are well made. Do I think it's perfect? I can guarantee you it's not. But as far as these
yeah,
kind of nippers go, to be titanium and aluminum, I think this is probably about as good as it gets. I will
yep.
tell you, the thing I don't like about this is I don't know how well this cable is going to hold up. It's like a soft woven cable.
Oh, interesting.
If it holds up, this is a 10 out of 10. If it doesn't hold up, this is still a 8 out of
7,
10.
8.
Yeah,
I have no faith in retractors whatsoever. They
I
always
love
break.
retractors. I'm a big retractor.
I love them,
I am big retractor boy.
but you have to replace them all the time. Like they always
Like
break.
I buy 3 packs on Amazon once
Yeah.
every 3 years.
I mean, there's a reason I don't use them, but
Yeah.
sure. I guess I'm this guy with the hey, just retractor guy. Why you
Oh
keep pulling
god.
the retractor? Like that's
I
why they break
I
on me.
do, and
I
like
got it. It's my
I
fault.
I do always want to buy the expensive one.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it. I really wish that I had like every time though. That might be a buy once cry once situation.
Right. Yeah. Maybe get one really nice one. But
Like the
anyways,
fish pond one is like $30 or something.
oh gosh, fish pond. I have two of those actually. The coiling ones?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
They're like
Those
that
things
one.
suck. I hate those.
Yeah,
The
no,
tube
those
coiler
are
thing.
those suck everything.
I do have two of those. What was I gonna say? Oh, here's the funny thing, you guys, about fishing tools. Every company white labels them.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah.
when we were at the show this year, Gomexis made that one. That was a fairly unique spin on like a commonly
Yes.
designed nipper, right? You go to
Yes.
the fly booth and you would see Sims had one and
I
like a whole
already
bunch of
know where
other
you're going with this.
exactly. And then you get to who was scissors. Everybody put out a ceramic braid scissor this year. Everybody had one. Uh
Bro,
dude, yeah.
Cast King. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was so many like those kinds of things. There wasn't really anything that was like super unique that I would even
But
call
Cast
out.
Kings was good and very
Yeah.
cheap. It was significantly cheaper than everybody else's.
I think I was pretty happy with Casking for the prices. I think they'll hold up fine. I did like that Gomex's shark bite. I think that was a worthwhile purchase. And then I would say scissors, just get the cheapest possible ones if you're gonna get them.
Just
I
get the
love
$7 Kudas.
Cuda, baby. They're
$7
great.
Kudas, those small ones are perfect.
They're tiny. I'm still
But they
rocking
have big
them.
fingers.
Yep. So those live in my Z-Man soft bait
Yes.
box. Yeah.
Yes.
The line cutters, I still love them. They're always on
So
my
good,
hat.
dude. I
They're
buy
great.
them all the time.
The one issue I wish they would fix is that the spring inside of those line cutter multi-tools is crap. It's trash.
Well,
Like
I don't know about
it's
that, but
it is. It's made cheap. It basically has a set number of presses and then it breaks.
but it's
So
still way better than the boomerang. Boomerangs suck.
oh yeah,
That is the biggest scam in fishing.
do not buy a boomerang
They get
cutter.
stuck closed all the time.
Yeah. I think the line cutters, other than the spring, are like if the spring was perfect, like worked really well, was heavier duty. I would say it's a 10 out of 10. But the line
I
cutter
remember,
multi-tool,
I'll
great.
never forget when Rick was like, "Hey, I got this really cool pair of scissors. They've got a spring in them. They're amazing. They're the best
Mhm.
ever in the world." And I was like, "Oh shoot!" And he's like, "They're only $20." was like, "Oh, that's cool." And he's like, "I'm gonna send them to you." I was like, "Oh, dope! Like, I can't wait to try them." It was boomerangs. I was like, "You
Son of
damn it!"
a exactly. All right, so I think that's it. And like all I really had left was maybe if you want to talk about some apparel.
I
People
don't.
have shown interest in that.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
you don't. That's fine. I don't. People have shown interest. Let's do it. I- you had me, then you lost me. Then you got me
Yeah,
back.
and then you lost me.
And I'm back. All right.
And I'm
So,
back.
Jesus. I just want to talk about a couple
Yeah.
of
All right.
apparel items.
I'm ready.
Listen. In most communities, we all got to wear clothes, right? So, like, clothes are kind of important.
What are
Hey, in
you
some
talking
communities they
about?
don't. But like, you got to wear clothes. You got to protect yourself from the sun. I don't know if you guys want more apparel reviews, including like shoes, boots, water shoes, sun shirts, shorts, whatever. Like, we can do that too.
You put a lot of
Um,
time into them, so I have opinions.
we do. So I wanted to start with the Under Armour deck boots because we
Love.
got freaking samples and I love them. I wear them still. I wear them
I
all
wear them in
winter
the
long.
winter, walk my dog.
Yep.
I wore them moving. They're
Yep.
awesome. They are very squeaky. You sound like a middle school basketball team when you're walking around at the store. But other than
Yeah.
that, I absolutely adore them. They're very cool.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now, this is just a personal opinion thing. They're not the best looking. I think that
They're deck boots, dude. Like, I don't think any deck boots look amazing.
so I retract your statement because I think that the extra tough, the new ones they look incredible.
Okay.
Extra tough is elevated. They look incredible. They look so cool.
Prove it. Extra tough deck boots.
Like the newest ones.
It looks like a deck boot, dude. What are we talking about?
I will show you the ones that are
They might have
first.
they have different colors, but like
Not color. No, I mean the colors are really cool. I'll take a picture of the ones that are for sale at the shop in Chelsea. They are insane. They
okay.
do not look like deck boots.
I don't know. These all kind of look like deck boots to me.
They also have
All
tennis
right.
shoes that I super want.
The
The
extra
extra
toughs.
tough, dude. They're
All right.
sick.
All right, dude. All right, fine. We'll check them out. But I will say if you can get these were 30, the Under Armours were 30% off on Black Friday,
Yeah.
which is insane.
I think deck boots are a margin builder for everybody. They are way overpriced.
Oh yeah.
They're way overpriced.
I like them. I wish that I
Love
had
them
worn
though.
deck boots before this year.
I know.
Like, they're pretty great. I really like them. Beat the crap out of them.
They're heavy duty. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I think
They
they're heavy.
fit really well though. And the heel cup thing around your Achilles, it's a difference maker.
Your heel doesn't move at all in these boots.
None. 0.0. So comfortable.
I think they're good. Ruben Cooler Lid had Under Armour in the past. I think it's poor quality. I've had their shoes, like their regular shoes in the past, and I'd agree. I
would
did not
agree.
like their shoes. I didn't
Nope.
like their cleats either. I never thought their cleats were good at all.
Trash. That's trash.
So I'm with you, and I'm saying as an Under Armour hater that I actually really liked them, man. The deck boots are pretty solid.
I think they've come
shoes.
around in some areas where they're not making for the masses quite as much as they have in the past.
Yeah. So there you go. Kind of like them. I think and then we had the Cross Kicks. We had the Tetra from Cross Kicks.
You gotta size up, one full size minimum, maybe two. And I will tell you though, once you kind of break them in a little bit, I do really like them. I wear them all the time. They're very
solid.
nice and they're very expensive. $120 is a big. Ugh.
Those are actually $99. I looked them up today. The Tetras are.
Oh, they must have dropped the price.
Yeah, they're $100.
Well, that's better.
I think
they're not though. They're not. They're incredibly light. They're almost too light though, because when I wear my Danners, my Danners are like an actual shoe. I wore them like as a tennis shoe and a fishing shoe all at the same time for like 4 days straight, and I never had a problem. Like I was very comfortable.
Yeah.
And so like traveling. So it depends on what you want out of your shoe. If you're just taking it into the kayak, I go with the Cross Kicks. If you're gonna maybe do some other stuff, do some wet wading, I would go with something heavier duty like the Danner shoe, the River Comber.
I definitely wouldn't go Crocs.
No, I would go
like
Sims.
the worst mistake that we ever made.
I would go Sims too. They're more of like an actual shoe.
Yes, Sims makes some really solid ones.
It's worth the money.
Yeah. I would like to check out more shoes in that area.
Agreed.
All right. Was there any particular item from this list that you want to call out? We can
Um,
skip that.
yeah, no, I got nothing. Not
I
really.
think we're good. All right, so there you go. That was just about everything. I think it's fair to say just about everything
My God.
that we. Yeah, I mean, you can see it took us till 10 o'clock. We did have a late start. We had some technical issues today. Apologize for that, you guys. Hopefully, StreamYard gets their stuff together.
Send me an
Friggin' A.
send me an apology.
So I demand a. Where's your CEO? Give me
I
an
want
apology
a
right now.
reparation apology.
But we're happy that we were able to make it and actually do a show tonight. Thanks for hanging with us. We will be working on getting reviews using our review system on all the products that we talked about today and that we've used on the channel. That'll take some time, but eventually we hope to have an unbiased searchable website for all of those reviews. So if you want to hear from somebody who's not sponsored by that company and hear their real thoughts on a product, you'll find it there. That's our goal. We'll get there eventually. Shall we do some slow rolling thunder? Peace out
Roll
of
the
here.
thunder.
Roll the thunder. All right. Which one should I do? 1,
Slowly.
2, or 3?
3.
3? We're going to jump down to 3. All right. So we got a would you rather question. Chat, I want to hear your answers on this too. Would you rather oh God, get caught picking your nose or absolutely rocking your soul out at a stoplight? Meaning you are jamming to your favorite tunes. You're singing your heart out. So would you rather just imagine a car pulls up next to you, they look over, they see you through your window, and you are A, picking your nose, just digging for gold, finding bats in the cave, or B, you are jamming to Don't Stop Believing at the top of your lungs. So what are we doing? I'm going rocking out. I'm going like I don't care. I literally don't care. You watch me just like screamoing under oath. I don't care. You got me. Picking your nose, I think, is a little more embarrassing than that.
But like everybody does it. I see people do it all the time, and I don't judge them at all. I'm like, hey, get
If they say
it.
they don't do it, they're lying.
Yeah, you liar.
You're full of it. You're
Liar.
absolutely full of it.
You're full of shit.
Kez
Well,
Fishing says,
you're not full of boogers, that's for sure.
I hope they're not full of shit up here. That'd be weird. I've been doing some, brown nosing at work. All right. Kez Fishing says, pick up my nose because it's funny. I like that. I see a lot of rocking out. I see a lot of jamming. Fully agree. Dude, how do you not though? Air drums. Jason Jones with the air drums. Let's go.
Respect.
I love a good breakdown. I love that. Let's do it. I'm going jamming. What are you going, Paul? Jamming out or picking your nose?
I reverse engineer
Uno
the
reverse.
situation. Like if I pull up and I'm, raging and someone looks at me and kind of like side eyes
you
me,
pick your nose.
I stare at them and I'm like, like I'm letting them know that I see them and they see me and I'm unperturbed and I'll make them uncomfortable. That's how much I love to get caught raging. I love it. I actually prefer it.
I just hope I get a breakdown
I look around at the highway and I'm just screaming whatever song I'm
Yep.
singing, and I'm hoping that the person looks over so I can reverse engineer the situation.
Like, how else do you pass your time on long road trips?
What
Like,
do you do? What do you do with your life?
sing the whole way.
I am absolutely
Yeah.
like my toenails are vibrating. I'm so excited.
I mean, we went on that 10-hour trip to Gunnersville and
Yelled the whole time.
That's what I had no voice when we got there.
Nope. Burned it out.
we did so many playlists. So many. Oh,
Hell yeah.
man. All right. Well, chat just exploded on me and broke, so I don't even know where everybody is, but I see a lot of people agreeing with
Jason
us.
Lee says ice fishing meetup for members this winter.
Bro, I wish.
Only need one key ingredient. Ice.
What is that again? Is it H?
Yeah, people were like,
we
took like the
frozen?
over under like a number of days, and I said under 3.
I said
and
4,
then
I think.
yeah, and then so people were like, oh yeah, it was it was like 3 degrees at night for like a week, and it was 20 degrees during the day, and I'm like, yeah, 15-mile-per-hour winds, and it rained 3 different times. There's not even snow on the ground. There's nothing. We're not even close to like we're starting from scratch.
We're supposed to get
December.
We're gonna get 2 days of flurries, but we're gonna have a mud winter, well, it's a mud winter, but a mud Christmas, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh,
it's looking like it's gonna rain and be like 45 degrees here. So
but the back of my jacket from riding my bikes with my son to school, I looked like someone paintballed me with mud. Oh, yeah, yeah, like, just
Yep.
splattered, like,
Yep.
autococker right up the back of my back.
Oh man. So I don't know, man. If we get a chance to travel, that's a very unlikely opportunity. Then we would have to like go north and get some ice.
I would do it, honestly. I mean, we haven't
Would
done
you?
anything. You
All
know,
right.
if it's like 6 hours or something, maybe, like, or less, whatever, but
Yo,
yeah,
kitchen
it's not gonna.
patrol. I'm dreaming of a dirt Christmas.
I'm dreaming of a mucky
Dirt
Christmas. I
Christmas.
would, if it was like 4 hours,
Yeah.
we could do that. I could see that.
Oh, Jason Lee has ice 3 hours north of us. All right. I don't know how that is. Is it that much colder up there?
No.
How much ice do you have? Because
Yeah,
like I have ice.
if you have a nice cube.
I wouldn't recommend walking on it.
Yeah, no.
Is it that different? 3 hours north? No way.
Upper
Unless
30s is not gonna get it done.
unless you think we're further north than we actually are in the
Look,
LP.
and I agree,
We're
like,
pretty low.
because of global warming,
Mhm.
yeah, ice not happening until January, but, like, it usually in December, it's cold.
Yeah.
It's not cold, and, like, you can tell me to calm
Right.
down, but, like, the last 3 years, it's
It's
not
it's
even
not
close.
been that cold.
It's not even close. We had 1
Ruben,
day that I could walk.
I've heard nothing but people falling through the ice.
Yeah, I
Yo.
it's mostly just stories of cars
Yeah.
drowning.
I've seen quite a few cars go through the ice on video this year. It's
This
not great.
year, on Lake Orion, like, 15
Yeah.
cars went in.
That's so dumb.
21 is hot for ice, guys. If 21 and 15-mile-per-hour winds is a recipe for ruining ice.
We're 32 right here. That
It
is quite different. Oh, you're in Petoskey area. You are,
Oh, that's
is that
that's 4
five
hours. That's
five hours?
4 and a half, yeah.
You're a little bit further north of us than you think. But yeah, there's interesting. Northern Wisconsin makes sense.
Yes.
Colorado makes sense. Of course, you guys have ice. Colorado, you got the mountains. You're cheating. Northern Wisconsin always has ice this time of
Northern
year. So
Wisconsin
yeah,
is 15 hours from here.
it's a place to go, but we can't get
It's like
there.
that's like 17 hours from here, yeah.
Fly me out there and have gear ready for me, buddy. We'll be there. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I miss it, but I don't. But I do. But I
I know,
don't.
that's how I feel. I'm ready to just sell all my stuff,
I know.
except for my fish finder, the small
Yeah.
sled, and, like, 3 setups. I'm ready to sell everything.
You never sell the Vexy because you never know.
No, you
And
never
you
know, and
keep a
if I
couple
got out for, like,
combos,
1 day and I had 2 or 3 rods in Vexy, I'm gonna have fun, like, we're good.
but we could get rid of like half our rods, maybe three
Easy.
quarters.
I sold, like, 4 of them
Yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
at a garage sale.
I could see getting rid of some stuff, but I was wondering the other day, do I dust this stuff off? Do I just sell it?
No, dude, get rid of it.
Oh man. All right, you guys. Well, it's been a fun night hanging out with you. Thank you so much for being here with us. And hopefully our is it good, is it fine, is it a bad purchase idea was helpful for you. If there's any of those items, which I'm sure you guys already have or you're thinking about, because it was just about everything that exists. But we'll do a more thorough review on a lot of that stuff as soon as we can. And I think we've got a couple of fun videos coming up for you. We have a the Minn Kota Power Drive video is dropping on Monday. I already edited that. That is up
5
and
biggest
ready to go.
mistakes?
5 biggest mistakes every kayak angler makes is a video we did a little while back. That's dropping on Friday. And we'll keep trying to pump stuff out throughout the holidays. Hopefully we don't miss a day. We'll see. Are we filming this weekend? Are we doing that? Maybe. Yeah, I think we got to. All right, so we're filming more stuff as we speak. Unfortunately, a lot of vlogs because it's just crap here. It's just crap. But we love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. And we will be off Wednesdays for the next 2 weeks. Members only live will be January 14th. But we will be back. Paul will be back with Cash in January. And so I guess Merry Christmas, and we will see you in the new year. See you next year, nerds.